in. There's a tiny bit of flexibility, but knowing Baus, that is a Vi in the top lane.
All right, we're getting the Vi top lane. I assumed it was going to be just Vi and Orianna in the mid lane.
To see if he can work his way in from the bottom side of this fight, but it's going to be a bit tricky for him. Yahoo coming across, has that Emperor's Divide, Cosmic Binding, divides Reckless back, who has the flash, Polymorph coming out, Moonlight Vigil as well. Reckless almost falls to the Calibrum and will go down, can't get the Temple Fade out. Crownie opening up, Callisto able to flash to the back, and Velia falls as well. Los Ratones have already lost 2. Crownie's going to have to burn his sums to get out of the pit, but Busio is waiting for him. Great flash away, flash in! It tastes purple as the blue wall is built by Lulu and Busio.
I didn't know purple tasted like dirt. KC finding that fight against...
And the gold swings in the favor of KC. Callist has a B hour back onto the rift. As it seems everything was rectified. Reckless stepping forward here, doesn't have the flash, does have heal, and obviously the magical journey, but with the Cyclone to knock him up into the wild growth, he still gets through Polymorph. Tempered Fate not in time. Wukong goes golden as he claims his prize. Yike on the board for the second time this game.
That
Realizing the top lane positioning that comes with the quest, where proxying actually benefits you a lot more than it does the player chasing you. However, Kana has support and Yahoo's here. And Emperor's Divide into a nice little combo. Kana gets the roll.
How much he overextends here. And do they want to try and go for something? Because he's actually wrapping towards mid.
Might be looking at Yahoo, who doesn't have that Emperor's Divide, can find the flank. Yike trying to get in here as well. And Nimble strike across the wall, and there's the fight with a shockwave, cease and desist. And he talked about a slam dunk. Well, that's a three-pointer or something. I don't watch basketball, but great stuff from Los Ratones.
A good timing.
Kana with a cannon minion there. He can take out the wave, let the cannon die, then take the tower, deny that little bit more gold. Baus was in range for the XP, but it's a 1.5k lead now for Kana with that first turret gold. Really fattening up his pockets.
Just keeping my eyes on where everyone is for this dragon. Basic KC trying to force their way through in the bottom side, but it does mean that Karmine has to move around.
No Wallops come up for the follow-up CC. Baus is going to go in. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Veli's chasing forward. Baus trying to get away from this. Kana needs another couple of autos. He doesn't get the second, so he flashes. Baus flashes away. Oh, the boomerang tickled the heels of Baus, but he still escapes. Great flash reactions from him. Meanwhile, there's a fight down towards this Drake. It's a Chem Drake. Yahoo does have the Emperor's Divide and is TPing down towards the bottom side.
Yeah, Yahoo's forced out, which is why Los Ratones now feel comfortable go for this, but the TP in, he's in behind them.
This could look for the Moonlight Vigil. Shockwave! Beautiful from Los Ratones. Cyclone coming out as Yahoo tries to join the fray. Crownie's going to have the flash, but Destiny's Smash finds its mark. Yike looking for Nemesis. Velia gets another, and Yahoo's not able to get the damage down in the end. The Mundo is sent on PTO, will fall.
His first, I believe Reckless was used earlier to try and catch Yahoo as well. So in this position, just ult economy advantage.
They were falling behind in games. They always found these avenues to approach the match to get themselves back into it. It is still, ooh, I don't think that was deliberate. Maybe it was, maybe Yike's just going to ride it to the mid lane. Okay, yeah. Often when you see it immediately placed, it's not deliberate, but it looks like Yike's just going to ride it straight through. Quick enough to dodge the Tempered Fate.
I think that's why. I think they saw Reckless on the bottom side and knew that that was kind of their one window to use it before Reckless was able to defend a lot of the turrets. So
really just vying for vision control more than anything and to try and take this mid-tier one.
And there it goes. Crownie able to pick that one up, and now they've already set up that highway towards that top side of the map. Yike there in position to try and cover. Yahoo, hoping Busio can come here as well, because there's a lot of LR members.
Yike with the shotgun, Nemesis flashing away. As the Cyclone comes out, Shockwave dodged by Yahoo. Another Cyclone out, but Velia is able to tank it. The Wild Growth coming in, Tempered Fate almost clipped the Lulu before she could get her ultimate off, and now Yike's in the middle of Los Ratones. Another Polymorph coming out, but Velia claims the kill. It's a 5v3 on this top side now in favor of Los Ratones, and they'll just set up for a kill and back away.
The confidence starting to come through here for Los Ratones. The mid tower, the immediate run top, the picks are happening. And KC were scrambling to try and cover, but they're too late, and now Kana
needs to get out of here, doesn't have the flash, the Nam into the wall, dodged by Nemesis, a wallop follow-up, but Crownie won't fall, and Kana will. Kana trying to delay the backs of Los Ratones so Yahoo could take this bot lane tier 1, sacrifices his own life to do it.
See either, so Los Ratones happy to just set up shop here in the bottom side and make it uncomfortable as Nemesis waits.
Nemesis has no flash. The Cyclone gets the first knockup, but with the second Tempered Fate just short of hitting Busio and Yahoo, but now Yike is behind enemy lines and Los Ratones can try and chase him down. Yike has a lot of tools in his toolkit to get out of this one. Crownie puts the fast out alteration down, flashes forward, and Yike will fall. Crownie claims it with 12 seconds with a Mundo. Like sometimes you see, if that's a Jhin instead of an Aphelios, you're worried
Jhin
the entirety of the fight. So you need that grievous wound application. There's the last whisper. As KC mostly playing towards the top side here. Bounce going in onto Kana. Now has to get out, but Kana's just going to chase him down. No real escape for Bowser solo. Continues to extend it where he can. Is level 17, 2 levels higher than anyone else in the game. Reckless looking for him now, but misses the Cosmic Binding. Nemesis still on the chase. There's a shockwave for the follow-up. Kana has the flash, will jump and flash into the pit as the magical journey goes for the follow-up. Nemesis flashes forward and finds him with the command attack. Meanwhile, KC tried to push through that mid lane, couldn't get the wave any further up. Yahoo
CC for someone like Kalist. A lot of damage coming through from Nemesis. Good follow.
And Crescendum and Los Ratones are left a little bit unawares. The Tempered Fate comes out. Los Ratones pulled away from the Drake that they were looking for, but good Tempered Fate will stop any possibility of that Baron take.
It does mean they're pulled entirely away from the Dragon, though, and opportunity for KC to try and re-establish themselves here. Kind of reset and bought that Sterix gauge, thanks to that time bought with that Baron rush. And now no Tempered Phase. It's only the boss that can beat the engage tool.
Yike looking for that flank position. Los Ratones. Nimbus strike forward. There's a Cyclone. The follow-up with the Moonlight Vigil as well into the Polymorph. Nemesis goes on a rampage, but immediately we see Crownie falling. Kalist going low though as well as Nemesis continues to open up. Kana has the Gnar, but no flash, remember, as Yike dodges across the wall. The chase now onto that Gnar. As Baus, Reckless, and Nemesis survive the onslaught of KC.
The punchback from Los Ratones, taking out both Kalist and Yahoo, was devastating for KC in that one. They should be able to just more for Nemesis. Immediately takes out Yahoo. Kalist goes next, and now it's KC. Reckless trying to buy time.
There's the smite. There's the Drake over to KC.
And that was my worry, was if you end up giving that time over, third item going to come through for Crownie, which means he's going to be massive as well. Avelia, he's on the hunt.
Corellis try and get away. Use the decoy. Yike going back in. Kalist tries to open up onto Crownie. Cease and desist coming out from Baus. They're going to lock up Kalist, but Baus is in the middle of them all with a polymorph, and Kalist survives through it. Los Ratones couldn't chase any further. And now KC on the front foot, 4v5 in their favor. Crownie very low as Kana looks for a little bit more. Is about to go Mega. Doesn't have the vision in that bush. Reckless and Nemesis able to dodge away. The Baron going to be begun here for KC. Not the best guns.
Move on to the bot wave that was stacking and try and at least get some plates, if not the turret, in trade.
Should be able to take the tower down. As Nemesis, Reckless and Lilia are across here. The auto attacks with that clockwork run-up coming out from Nemesis will take down this tier 2. Meanwhile, though, Kana has decided just to push through the top side because he knows the rest of his team can try and delay. Yahoo in the mid lane as well is going to look for a tier 2 of his own. Nemesis able to walk his way away.
Yeah, Yahoo needs to be careful. The Reckless going to find him here.
Tempered Fate just in time. Finds the stun. Crownie's here. Yahoo sliding, shifting with those stands away. Dodges to his soldiers and manages to escape the fray. Meanwhile, Yike's looking for an invade as Nemesis does have that shockwave. That's the thing. No one can match Kana in a 1v1 at the moment. So if one, Yike could look for them. The rest of KC are on their way down. Yahoo using the Sun Disc here. Scryer's Bloom coming out. Yike on that flank. Kalist stepping forward. Cyclone onto the backline. Velia now the target, but the Cyclone's not going to get the knockup. Tempered Fate going on to Yahoo, who does still have that Emperor's Divide. Moonlight Vigil out with the Infernum. Will do a little bit of work. Baus jumping forward. Kana about to go Mega here as well. And Los Ratones need to respect the Gnar. Level 20 bounces his way out. The Drake is up, and Los Ratones, a lot of them sitting at half HP. Looks like Kalist will turn his attention to the Drake first.
There's no vision, so they actually don't know where Kalist is, or they started that ward just showing it, but Kalist had already finished it off. KC kind of bluffing their way through that off of Kana and actually picking up the Dragon without much contest.
And now KC need to go for their resets, clear out that top. I think they'll be much more impressed with this performance than they have been impressed with previously. Is the Tempered Fate, the auto for the slow. Reckless finds the Cosmic Binding as well, and there's the follow-up. But the Wild Goat Cease and Desist dives onto Kalist, who has to flash away himself. Meanwhile, Yike's on the backline, but the Cyclone has to use his decoy to try and get away. Kalist kills off Baus. Kana in the middle of them, does have that Gnar, does have his flash, can look for Moonlight Vigil. Gravitum onto Nemesis. Yeeted back the stopwatch in time. Velia now trying to protect his mid laner, but an Emperor's Divide and the flash is enough to take down his Nemesis. The resurrection for Crownie will not last for long as KC find the fight.
The mechanics for Los Ratones are there, the decisions they try to put down, but KC outplay in the moment, and it is KC who are now barreling towards the nexus of the Rats.
Some sort of miraculous heroic defense from Velia and from Reckless needs to be enacted, because otherwise KC as 5 are going to take down these Nexus towers. Kalista opens up and immediately they melt in front of him. A hot knife through butter as KC will take the win, will go 2-1, and will mean that Los Ratones end week 1 without a win.